Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome out here to Kansas Speedway in the Weeknight Warriors Sim Series. In the ARCA Menards cars, you are just joining us here at the ending of qualifying. Sorry for having to cut the ads short there. We had a little bit of technical difficulties at the beginning of our stream, unfortunately, which caused us to get a little bit backed up. Some unforeseen difficulties. Tonight's session, though, they got 3 sets of tires plus 1 on the car. No fast repairs in this league. Absolutely none, unlike some of the series that we see. 120 laps here tonight at Kansas. Going through your starting grid out there. We're going to go through it pretty quickly, so pay attention. Seth LaCroix is going to start you off. Jacob Petrowski in second. Daryl W. Johnson in third, James J. Houston in fourth, Matt Morrison in fifth, Omar Rodriguez Jr. in sixth, Sean Merriman in seventh. You're going to have to remind me how to say that. Kyle Van Duren in eighth, Danny Barnes in ninth, Nick Hames in 10th, 11th, Connor Price, 12th, Travis Farmer, Kyle Reynolds in 13th, Al Lincolns in 14th, 15th, Justin Zelemke, Kian Fry in 16th, Dawson Price in 17th, Zeb Johnson in 18th, Blaze Billing in 19th, Aiden Stevens will be in 20th, Reagan Shockley in 21st, Nathan Swafford in 22nd, Cooper Liardi in 23rd, 25th was Nicholas Warner, 26th, Christopher McCullough in the 04 machine there. Kenneth McCullough Jr. in the 03. The 102 of Buster Malcolm in 28th. 29th, Ty Carino. Back there in the 31st, Jeremy Osborne. 32nd, ending out your field, Hunter Ezel. Race Control was supposed to be 30th. Of course, Race Control is not in this race, so he is not technically out there. It's just another Tuesday out here in this league. We're going to get started, rolling underway. I'm your host up here in the broadcast booth, Goose, and I've got my co-broadcaster, Ricky, up here in the booth with me. Say hello, Ricky.
Hello, y'all.
And Ricky, what are our temperatures looking like out there tonight?
During practice and qualifying, we're reaching a little bit above 100, but at the moment during starting, we're sitting at 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
86 degrees Fahrenheit out there tonight on the track. It's going to be interesting to see if things heat up or if things cool down as the sun starts to sink below the horizon there. If you remember from our last race, we are here in the chase. We are in the chase races to end out the season here of Season 1. If you are interested in joining Season 2, make sure you get into the Discord and get signed up. The pace car is off. We're going to get underway here. Seth is going to lead us around. And green flag will fly here at Kansas. That number 40 is going to try and make his way up the track, but is not going to be able to throw the block to the 01 of Petrowski. See that number 8, Little Caesars mobile? That's Johnson. He's trying to make his way down there on the bottom. See the number 40 and the number 2 of Hudson there, trying to make something work as the whole field is going to make it around for their first lap here at Kansas tonight. last race here was not the cleanest of them all, but it's to be expected when you go to such a track like that. But here at Kansas tonight, these guys were pretty good in practice and a lot of good qualifying laps out of these guys tonight. So I'm thinking here we're going to see a little bit different of a story at this track. See him making another pass through. It's getting dark out there tonight, Ricky. It's getting real dark. You see the 11 has a little bit of an issue there on the bottom. I think was serving a penalty from one of the last races, I believe, and is now coming out of the pits. I think that's what that was. I'm going to assume if you guys are in the league and you guys know the scoop of what's going on, make sure to post it in chat and we will make sure we get the information out there. Zalemke in that number 3 machine back in 9th position. There you see in that Busch Light machine. Fastest lap overall out here today so far. Up 6 positions already since the start of this race, and we're only on lap 4, coming to lap 5 of a 120 lap race. You think 120 laps is going to be a lot. Honestly, it's not too bad. See, it's getting really dark out there. Hopefully those lights are going to come on soon. It's getting a little bit hard to see the cars out there, unfortunately. Sorry if it's a little bit dark on your screen. I promise you it's not just you, it's dark on our screen too. See, I'm almost trying to make it 3 wide. Cars down there taking the apron through the tri-oval. Some cars preferring that very high line. You see the 18 and the 8 holding each other down there, pinning each other down. Take a look at that Camry paint job. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that green on that Camry, it looks like it's making it glow almost. So that's actually pretty cool. That is Petrowski, your leader, the 01. They're getting a little bit loose back there, and then they're into it. And they're into it big. Big wreck, big. Oh no, it's the 6 and the 3, and oh no, the 7 as well. 6 and the 7. Do with that what you will. I'm not going to be one of those people. Oh, no. The 62, maybe a little bit of front end damage there. I can't really see. I don't think so. The 2 has side damage. You can see that. The 2 caught up in that. That's Hudson. James Hudson.
Hey, 7 cars missing in a bumper.
That is an unfortunate start to the night here at Kansas, but not for Jacob Petrowski. Petrowski was able to make it up to first place from the restart. He started there in second place. He's able to take first away, but the number 40, who started in first, is right behind him. Only a couple of Toyotas there in that top 20, and those Toyotas not doing bad at all. You see the 07 of Liardi back there in 14th position, up 10 positions since the start of this race. And of course you see the 01, your leader here, being that other Toyota. He's going to do a giant fake out to go down pit lane. I was about to say, I don't really think many people are going to head down pit lane, besides the people who really need to pit for damage, but I stand corrected. We see a lot of different cars heading down pit lane. I think this is the perfect time to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. So we'd like to give a shout out to some of our sponsors here at the Fearless Broadcasting Network, Juicy Spider Designs or Studios. Make sure to check them out for some graphical design needs, for anything that you need like that. Also check out Goose's Rattlecan shop for any paint or iRacing paint needs. Check out Puffy Swag shop for any of your swag needs, any custom clothing items, anything like that. Such, he can get that done for you. And Ricky, if you would like to read through some of the league sponsors, you may.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to 760 Graphics, making dreams come true. Tell us yours. Huge shout out to Fast French Rap Shop, Skid Row Motorsports, Tunnels to Towers Foundation, and finally Pro Spill Recovery and Excavation Services LLC.
Big shout out to them for sponsoring the. It's such a mouthful. It's no offense to the league at all. It's a great name and everything. It's such a mouthful to say. I always kind of forget. It always slips my mind. Weeknight Warriors Sim Server or Sim Series. Sorry, Sim Series. Weeknight Warriors Sim Series. So big shout out to the sponsors of the Weeknight Warriors Sim Series. Big shout out to Omar Rodriguez Jr. For putting this league on. Definitely, if you guys join into this league, which I recommend you do, definitely get in contact with him, and he can get you signed up and started for Season 2 here in the league. It's a paid league, so it's not very expensive, so definitely worth it. Goes to a good cause, goes back into the league, and goes back into rewards for you guys during the league, so it's definitely worth it. The pace car is going to be off here at Kansas Speedway for the second time here tonight. Let's see if we can get him around again. Green flag will wave here at Kansas for the second time. And it's Petrowski leading them. Petrowski's going to get up high, and he's got a really good run off the start of that restart. The number 92. That's Omar Rodriguez Jr. in that bluey paint scheme. Little Caesars Mobile. Daryl W. Johnson. Back there in that third position. Chase Elliott, is that you? No, that's Al Lincolns in that number 9. He's back there in that fourth position. About to get passed up on the outside by the number 40. You see a couple of lanes being able to work here for certain cars. It's almost set up to be that way. See the 9 and the 8 getting really, really close together. Omar on that outside. They're going to come to the tri-oval here. All bunched up. If you remember, the banners on the cars, you see on that 18 car there, for example, and also there on the spoiler, also on that number 9 car and the number 96 White Monster Energy car, those are your chase competitors there. They've got more on the line than any of these other cars on the track. You see... let's take, for example, that 09 out there of Travis Farmer. Travis Farmer doesn't have the banner in his car. Doesn't mean he can't win the race. Doesn't mean he can't do good out here. Just means more so that the chase drivers are racing really, really hard around him. They're going to look at him more so like lap traffic, if we're going to be completely honest with you here. So hopefully that aggression will stay at a minimum and stay simmered down until we get to the end of this race here. You see him coming through the tri-oval there. A great shot finally from the scenic camera that isn't somewhere in the middle of nowhere here in iRacing. Ricky, how are temperatures looking on that track? Are they getting any hotter or any colder?
It is rising a bit. We're sitting at 89 degrees Fahrenheit.
So we're up to 89 degrees Fahrenheit now since the start of this race, and we are only coming to 16 laps in. So it's looking like these guys are going to have to deal with a little bit of heat before they deal with a little bit of chill tonight. These guys, of course, will have a chance at green, white, checkered flags need be. You see him going 3 wide back here. That's the 19, the 99, and the 96. All have 9s in them. The 96 will fall out of it. The 19 of Ezel and the 99 of Fry, they're still going to be at it. Kean Fry has been a fan name in the chat the last recent night that we did stream here, Ricky. So what do you think about his performance in that last race and seeing him move up the track during that last race? What do you think we're going to see out of him here tonight?
Man, last week's performance was pretty outstanding, coming back from that far behind the pack, finishing in that position that he did. Hopefully he can repeat it and do the same here.
Seeing a little bit of onboard action with Kean Fry out there. And that number 99, he's trying to keep it on that bottom. That's what you really want to do here on that track. Keep it on the bottom, arc it out. Just like any other track, Kansas looks like one of your most basic tracks out there on the NASCAR circuit, but can prove pretty tough, surprisingly, to some drivers out there. But that's Kean Fry back here in 9th position, moving his way up the field. Ty Carino is chasing him down. He's slowly making his way up the pack. And here come a couple of guys. Price in that 54, that's Dawson Price, and Hunter Ezel. We talked about the number 19 a little bit already here this stream. He's the fastest car out here on track currently. The number 96 of Billing, a good top runner back out there on our last race, is back here in 13th this race. So he's slowly working his way up. We got 100 laps to go here at Kansas as they head down the back straightaway. And it's a fight for the lead coming up here. The Chase Elliott clone, Al Lincolns, has moved his way up silently through the field and has made it up to first and has got a good lead. Johnson's chasing him down in 2nd position. See Petrowski on the outside there trying to get past Omar Rodriguez Jr. Or as I like to call him, just Junior. See the 09 of Travis Farmer slowly working his way up there on the underneath of the 01 of Petrowski. We see the 01 get a little bit loose and slip up there in the corner. He'll be able to keep it straight. A little bit of smoke coming off them rear tires.
Got a little bit of damage after catching the wall a little bit.
If the 01's car is getting loose off of those, or getting loose in those turns, I'm gonna get a little bit worried to see how he's gonna place here. You see the field is cut up into different sections now. This is just this front group running around. You got another group back there running, and the field is just a little bit split up right now. And they got a wreck in the back group. Oh, and he's around, he's flipping! He's upside down! That's the 12 of the 04! And yellow flag is gonna be out here. Oh, that was bad. That was Zeb Johnson. Zeb Johnson goes tumbling through the front stretch here at Kansas.
Well, Goose, good news. Time for the caution song.
Yes, in just a second we will have time for the caution song. We're making our way through the field here. You see the 04. That's who else we wanted to see. That's who else was involved in this incident here. Down pit lane, extensive damage. Now, these guys do not have a fast repair, and it's looking like Christopher McCullough may be out of this race. That looks like really extensive damage, a lot of smoke. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think he's coming back. But stay tuned. We are going to take a look back at that incident really, really quickly to see what actually caused it, because I'd really like to know what went down. Alright, Ricky, before we play back this, do you want to repeat what you just said to me so the viewers can hear that?
I was just saying that, in my opinion, I think these ARCA cars are a bit fragile. I know they're going about 190 with the draft, but still, like compared to some other cars making contact and crashes like that, they just all the bumpers are flying off so easily.
You see, he just gets loose out of that corner, tries to save it, and goes right up into the wall. The 74 ducks right out of the way. 04, nowhere to go. Slams right into the 12, and that'll send the 12 flipping through the front straightaway. The 04 will thankfully head down into the grass through the front stretch. That'll get him out of harm's way, but that 12 just still hard, extensive damage. Just bad hit. That was a bad hit. He'll be down pit lane. Not too sure if he'll be able to make it out. But, as Ricky said, we got a little bit of time. Let's hear from the caution song as we make our way through the caution here.
Well, you may have run out of racecraft. You may have made a mistake. That pedal on your far left side, most drivers call it the brake. Now I know you may be new to the craft and not so adept at turning left. So why go free wide into turn one, then run out of skill? Now we're all done. Now the caution is out and the yellow is flying. The leader is pissed and the offender is lying. Here comes the goat, with an end of line. The penalties are coming. There might be a fight. Race hard, race clean. Use respect and be nice. I'll see you at the finish line. Get away.
Alrighty, pace car is down here again at Kansas. And the number 28 of Connor Price is going to lead him out. Green flag here at Kansas Speedway. Connor Price, a new leader here tonight. Another Price right behind him, Dawson Price in that number 54 NVIDIA car. He's going to be trying to make a move on him. Stevens on the bottom side. Omar Rodriguez Jr., a name that you have seen at the front. You also see the number 9 there and the number 19 of Azell. That number 8 Little Caesars machine, also a familiar face to the front, still there. There they look like they're about to go 4 wide. The aggression out here in this league. If you're looking for a league with a lot of competition, a lot of aggressiveness out there on the field, if you think that you can tame the field and be the winner, the one that comes out on top of it, definitely look to this league. Caution is out here again tonight. Let's take a look at what happened. You see the number 12 down on doing something. Oh, the number 41. All right, let's take a look here.
I'm glad you enjoyed a caution song, Ryan White.
Okay. It actually doesn't look like too bad of really anything, to be honest. So. Alright, take a look here. It's nothing bad. The 31 and the 41 go. The 41's getting a little tight there. The 31 just hits him, because he gets a little slow. And the 01 will smash into him. I actually didn't see that before. And the 41 will come to a sliding halt. Thankfully, everyone's going to be able to miss him. So, not bad at all. Not at all. So we'll get underway with this caution here.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Graphics. Huge shout out to Fast Fred's Rap Shop.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the screen grab.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nice and smooth. Get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa. Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Alrighty. We are making our way through the caution here. Ricky, you still want to give a couple of shout outs out there?
Yes, sir. Shout out to 760 Graphics. Huge shout out to Fast Fred's Rap Shop. Another shout out to Skid Row Motorsports. Shout out to Tunnels to Towers Foundation. And finally, another huge shout out to Pro Spill Recovery and Excavation Services LLC.
Green flag is about to drop. Connor Price is going to lead him around in that 28. Ooh, sorry, I have the hiccups apparently, I think. That 54 of Dawson Price is going to chase him down. See Rodriguez Jr. back there on that bottom side. I'm thinking that's the side he wants to be on. That's going to put Lincoln's on the outside, but Lincoln's is going to be good on that top side. Getting the bumper out in front of Junior, and that is going to put him technically in third. You see the 54 bounce off the wall there. And the 40 absolutely chasing down Lincoln's right now. They're looking to make it 3 wide or something out there. Again, we've talked about the aggression in this league tonight. A lot of aggression. And the 40 gets loose. It spins it around. Caution comes out again and heavy damage. The 40 loses the wheel. The bumper goes flying. The 3's in it. Oh, God. The horror. The horror here. Seth will tow it back to pit road. And the caution car, or the pace car, will absolutely scramble to get back out there. I'm sure we don't even need to do a replay because thankfully we were already on the incident car when the incident started. The curse of the cameraman, I like to call it. So that'll be another caution here tonight as we are making our way around track. Currently on lap 34 of 120. Coming to lap 35. So as we make our way through the cautions here, we'll throw up the ad break once again, so stay tuned.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel. Roll.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All out there. Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa. Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Pace cars down here. We're going to go green flag racing here. Connor Price leads him around for this restart yet again. Dawson Price right on his tail. Kind of got a little carried away with that ad break there. Kind of got caught up watching it even on my phone. You see Lincoln in that number 9 car, or Lincoln's, trying to make something work on the bottom side. He's got that speed. You see him making that run there on that 54. He'll be able to get that bumper pass. This is really hard racing up here at the front. You see the 3 windshield banners in those car windshields there. That means those 3 are chase drivers. So they are absolutely battling it out for the lead here. They got it all on the line for one of these races. They definitely need the points from this race. But here comes Kean Fry in that number 99. He's been a hard contender here today, slowly making his way up through the field. And here he is on that bottom side, absolutely hugging it down there, running that apron. He's there in second position. He falls back to third, trying to get that bumper pass. He'll make it pass and get back up there to second. Not going to be able to get all the way back up the track as the 28 of Connor Price is going to be able to hold that off. Al Lincolns leads this race around. He's been up here in the lead before, up 13 positions since the start of this race. See, Price throws a little bit of a block there to Fry, but Fry is going to be able to make it by up there on the top side, or at least he thought he was going to be able to. Price making it work on the bottom, going to be able to run him up the track but Fry gets that top side. Able to get that bumper pass and gets the run. 28 back to the bottom side. Azel slowly working his way up. This is what Azel wants to see right here. These two fighting it out, duking it out. And right behind them, they got even more fighting. More fighting is erupting behind these cars. You see him getting loose up there. Smoke. See the 12 back here. Johnson just running his laps, trying to get around. A little bit of smoke. Nothing to worry about, though. These cars still keep going. Azel is up 28 positions since the start of this race. And is trying to go for one of those podium slots right now. See him fighting hard there on that bottom side. The 01. That's Jacob Petrowski. We saw him as a leader up there. Actually started this race. Was second, actually. Sorry. Was second in this race. Or to start this race. Sorry. 74 Stevens back here fighting with that 96 of Billing. Here comes 54 of Price. That is Dawson Price out there. Trying to make his way back up there. Seems like these guys have chilled out a little bit up here at the front. Back here, not so much. Azel, the 28 of Price. The 96 of Billing. Took it 3 wide there for a second. And Blaze Billing will make it out on top. Take a look back here a little bit. You see Carino in that 62 machine, another Chase Series contender, trying to find his way through the field. Ricky, how are temperatures looking right now?
During some cautions, we dropped down to about 87 degrees, but during the green, we rose back up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
We're up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit as the caution will come out again tonight. The number 7 gets spun around. Thankfully, no other cars are going to get involved in that. The spinner also not going to be wrecked out, but extensive damage to the front end of Danny Barnes there in that number 7 machine. As you can see him kind of crab driving along the banking there of Kansas. Extensive banking here at Kansas. Pretty good one. Unfortunately, that is going to bring out another caution yet again here tonight. But we are on lap 46 of 20. Lap 46 of 20 here at Kansas tonight. Here in the Weeknight Warriors Sim Series League. Give a shout out to some of our sponsors: Juicy Spider Designs, Juicy Spider Studios, Juicy Spider Gaming. Check out Goose's Rattlecan shop. Also check out Puffy's Swag Shop. Got a whole list of sponsors here. If you just give me a second. Also check out Figuring It Out Motorsports Fitness, where you can afford to get fit. Fitness 19. Also make sure you guys check out Rock Bottom Racing. Also make sure to check out Cotton's Mobile Design, or Mobile Detailing, Cotton's Mobile Detailing. Circle S Creek, crafted by hand, rooted in tradition. Make sure you check out the Fearless Motorsports Discord and the Fearless Broadcasting Discord. 2 separate ones there. Make sure you join both of them. Also check out Circle S Services, Legacy Outfitter Gear. And also check out the league sponsors here at All American, or not All American, sorry, I'm thinking of All American Racing Network. We are not broadcasting them right now. We are broadcasting Weeknight Warrior Sim Series. So we would like to thank the sponsors of the Weeknight Warrior Sim Series. Ricky.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to 760 Graphics. Huge shout out to Fast Fred's Rap Shop. Another shout out to Skid Row Motorsports. A shout out to Tunnels, Two Towers Foundation. And lastly, shout out to Pro Spill Recovery and Excavation Services LLC.
Big shout out to them for supporting the Weeknight Warrior Sim series here in iRacing. Big shout out to these league owners, man. I know what it takes to put on these leagues and everything like that. So it sucks being a league owner myself. I mean, I'm still trying to get it off the ground. So to actually be able to get out here and do league racing is something to be proud of. It's definitely something to be happy about, because some guys, they can't even get it, just like me. So, but if you guys are interested in dirt content, I know where you can find one. I know a guy who runs a pretty cool one. So, pretty cool guy. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. I know I am having a great week. Unexpectedly, I got a couple of tattoos. I got a tattoo yesterday, and I'm going to go back Friday and get the whole rest of my arm done like an idiot. But, you know, that's just what we do, because I'm a G.
Why get a job when you're able to broadcast?
Man, real life racing is a job for me. I do got to get an off-time job, though. The pace car's down here in Kansas again. Let's get ready for this restart. Al Lincolns will lead them around. Green flag in the air. Al Lincoln's 13 positions up since the start of this race is going to make his way around. You see Kean Fry on the outside there, and that number 99, the 01 of Petrowski in second. Able to make something work on that bottom side there. See the number 18 back there. Merriman. I think that's how his last name is pronounced. I think that's how they told me his last name is pronounced. Sean Merriman. You actually got to pronounce it. You see him in the number 18 machine. He is the fastest car out here on track tonight. Last pitted on lap 29. He's in 6th position. Currently fighting with 7th. He's flirting with it a little bit, and is going to be able to get it from that 62 machine of Carino. Carino's trying to make his way up to the front. See Lincoln's absolutely running off with that lead there. Going 3 wide. The 74 is going to get together a little bit with Fry there. Going into the back straightaway, coming out of turn 2. Fry's going to try and catch up to the back of the 28 of Price. Staying up high, trying to stay away from that 74. But that's going to allow the number 96 and the 18 to catch up to him. 74 slides up in front of him. I don't really like the cameras here at Kansas. I'm going to be honest with you folks. I don't really like them. They're not really my style. They're up in the air, but this one's pretty good. You see a pretty good view here. The 54 and the 18 going side by side. You see Fry absolutely trying to fight to stay to the back of the 96's bumper there. And the 74 taking a run away. He's fighting with that 01. You see a car down pit road there. We're slowly falling back towards the back of the field. I don't want to do that. There we go. Price. Connor Price. Your new fastest car out there on track. Also, your 2nd place position currently on track. In that 9th, or he's up 9 positions since the start of this race. Pardon me. You see a big fight unfolding back here. It's 3 wide racing. I know it really doesn't look like it, but it is. There, you can see it now. There's the 3, the 19, and the 99. All together trying to fight their way down the back straightaway. The 99 is going to get past it for just a split second. Here come the 3 and the 19 coming back to fight. The 3 will get by. The 19's in it. Price is your leader. The number 28 is your leader of this race. We've got such a great fight going on back here. You see Heath Job in the number 760, aka the number 3. He's going to be back here trying to join into the fight. If you guys notice his paint job, let me know. I noticed it, so. Clever, clever. You guys are very, very clever here in this league. But there's Price, up 10 positions since the start of the race. Fastest car on track, your leader. Lincoln's right behind him, and you see Stevens and Price going at it. Price in that number 54, that Dawson Price number 54 machine. Here comes Merriman in the 18. Junior trying to make his way up there. Petrowski in the 01 is leading this group of hell on wheels pretty much down into the back straightaway. See Key and Fry on the top side there on the outside of Azell. Azell getting that bumper, trying to get that bumper by there. They're going to have to catch right back up to these guys. Omar Rodriguez Jr. out there in 9th position fighting with the 01 of Petrowski. The 96 is there. Billing. Blaze Billing. Get a little view from inside of Omar Rodriguez Jr.'s cab here. Junior trying to get something done out there tonight at Kansas. Merriman right behind him. And Billen also right there. See the gap that these two got. Price and Lincoln's. That's Connor Price up there in first place. Don't be mistaken. I know we got a couple of juniors out here. We got a couple of Prices out here. But this is Connor Price in that number 28 machine. You can't mistake it. It's a Ford Mustang. You also can't mistake him because he's the fastest car out here tonight. He's been racing very, very hard out here tonight. He's going to lead us around to lap 62 after leading so many more laps before that. Lincoln's a previous leader tonight here at Kansas Speedway is right on his heels in second position. Not having to fight much of anybody else. Here comes the other Price. That's Dawson Price. Also another previous leader. Top 3 are chase drivers. It's going to be one hell of a fight if we have a restart here. You got the 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr. If you remember, the 04 of the other McCullough unfortunately was taken out here earlier on tonight in one of the earlier incidents here. So he's going to try and make something go for his team. He's up 23 positions since the start of this race and is sitting pretty good there in 4th position. He's got the 74 in his rearview mirror coming up. That's Aiden Stevens in 5th place. And Merriman is going to fight with Rodriguez Jr. See the number 3 of Zalemke and Billing in that 96 machine. Also going to start fighting. Billing's got to get past all these cars if he wants to have a shot at making something work here tonight, being a chase driver. With a lot of chase drivers up in front of him, he's got to get something up there and get as many points as possible. You see also the number 01 there, The 18, a chase driver. You also see the number 54. We've been talking about him, so that doesn't count. Go back through here, another worse spot to be in. Carino in 13th. He's got to get past these couple of cars and catch up to that pack up there. And then he's got to catch up to those leaders there if he wants to make something work. Shockley back here in 27th position. Unfortunate for him. He is a lot of laps down. See the number 8 of Johnson. He was up there a good ways in the standings on this race. Unfortunately, he got damaged. You saw on the backside on the bumper, he actually had damage. So the number 8 of Darrell W. Johnson is going to be back here in 16th position. You also see Hames, Nick Hames in the 31 back here in 17th. Sorry, Johnson's in 16th. Hames is in 17th. Job in 18th. And Van Duren. Yeah. Either way, he's back here in 24th position. We'll head back up to the leader very quickly because we got a battle brewing. There goes Lincoln's on the bottom side of the number 28 of Price. Lincoln's will take the lap. Lap 68 of 120. It looks like he's got the tires to do it. I'm not too sure how the temperature's looking, so let's ask our weatherman, our unofficial weatherman here on the Fearless Broadcasting Network. Ricky, how's the weather looking out there?
Track temp is at 92 degrees Fahrenheit. That's been picking up a little bit, and the weather is cool, 83 degrees with a 46% humidity.
So the track temperature continues to get hotter and hotter tonight here at Kansas. You saw there, I don't know if you guys saw, if not, rewind it a little bit there. The number 54 Price going around that top side on that corner got a little bit loose. That car started to shake a little bit, but he was able to keep it straight and able to keep position and keep that speed. Merriman in 5th place, still fighting with Rodriguez. These two have been at it all night. Rodriguez has really been at it with people all night. Definitely a fast car out there tonight, the both of them. Definitely two aggressive cars, the both of them. No one, I think, more aggressive than your top three out there tonight. I'm thinking your top three, the number 9, the number 28. You saw the number 28 get a little bit loose there. The 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr., he's been a pretty aggressive here tonight. But the 54 Price is who I'm really talking about. Dawson Price has been pretty aggressive out here tonight. Definitely, I think your top three most aggressive drivers out here. Osborne and the number 41 car down to pit lane. As the night goes on, this track's only going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. I'm not too sure if Al is looking for that, or if Al is going to want something to happen here before the end of the race. But I do know we are closing in on the end of this race. We are getting closer and closer lap after lap. Lincoln still holding Price off. Price still the fastest car out here. You see Osborne coming out of pit lane there. There he is, Jeremy Osborne. There's Dawson Price. Still trying to make something work. Dawson Price gets past Al Lincoln's. Al Lincoln's slow on the bottom side. Must have had a slip up there coming off one of the corners, because Price is going to absolutely fly past Lincoln's. And that is one heck of a gap but hopefully Al Lincolns has the faster car in this long run and is able to do something about it. Lincolns, though, last pitted on lap 24. Price on lap 46. So it's unknown what's going on. I mean, with Lincoln's leading all that time, he seems like a pretty strong contender to say that he could get back up there to Price. But with Price pitting, and being on newer stuff than Lincoln's, I'm not too sure who to really go with here. See Kenneth McCullough Jr. back here leading around Price. Price leading Merriman, and Merriman leading Petrowski. Petrowski says, I don't want to be led by you no more, and is going to shoot it to the bottom side. And they're going to fight. Zalemke back here trying to run away from Rodriguez Jr. again. But Rodriguez Jr.'s got problems, and that problem is Stevens. And Stevens is going to make it everybody's problem and put it right through the middle. Thankfully, Zalemke is not going to fall any victim to any incident. He's going to filter in back behind him. Rodriguez Jr., 7th position. Lincoln's is slowly but surely catching Price, I believe. Does not look like he has too much further to go. We're on lap 77 of 120. Temperatures are still getting higher and higher out there tonight. But that's all right. These two have been pushing and pushing and pushing this entire race. And due to that, the rest of the pack is slowly starting to catch up. You see McCullough Jr. slowly making his way up through the field. Yoanna Petrowski right behind him, and Merriman also there, followed by the rest of the field. They are slowly catching up to these two. So they're going to have to do something, and do something quick. I'm not too sure if they're going to have enough time to make it to the end of this race before that field catches them. Take a look down pit road there. You see the 18, I believe. That is, yes, the 18 of Merriman. Going down pit road there. A good clean stint here tonight after a pretty rocky start to the night. Lap 80 of 120. We're making our way through there, Ricky. I'd like to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of the Weeknight Warrior Sim Series.
Shout out to 760 Graphics. Huge shout out to Fast Fred's Wrap Shop. Another shout out to Skid Row Motorsports. Shout out to Tunnel to Towers Foundation. And lastly, shout out to Pro Spill Recovery Excavation Recovery for Excavation Services LLC. My fault.
Big shout out to them. You see the 28 of Price has fought his way back up to Lincoln's. Lincoln's trying to get there. You see Price heading down pit road. And that's a bad pit entry for Price. Oh, he almost spun it out coming down pit road. Absolutely flying. So it's going to be interesting to see if he has a conundrum, if he has a penalty for that. I'm not too sure. But he will be down pit road. We're going to catch up to your new leader of Lincoln's as he heads down pit lane. We've got some green flag stops coming your way. Lincoln's able to make it down pit road a lot smoother. Not spinning it out, didn't spin, didn't smoke it. So hopefully he's going to be able to have a little bit faster of a pit exit there. You see everybody coming out of pit road. It's all just a mess. These guys generally, they're averaging about a 41 to 43 second pit stop. Anywhere between those numbers is generally where these guys are averaging. You see the field is now kind of messed up and all out of whack, kind of. See the top four, pardon me, the top six actually last pitted on lap 46 here. See the 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr. leading the field around the 19 of Ezel right behind him, and Omar Rodriguez Jr. in third position. See, Reagan Shockley is also up here. He's a few laps down. Just a few. So, he is not for position. So, act like he's not there. That sounds mean, I know, I'm sorry, but you know what I mean.
What do you mean, Goose?
I mean, he's not important in this fight right now.
Oh, wow.
Unless he causes an accident, then he'll be very important, I'm sure, in the Discord later. See, the 19 of Ezel was able to make it past with that lap traffic helping him out a little bit. The 92 of Rodriguez Jr. right behind him, though. Kenneth McCullough Jr. loses the lead and drops back to third position. I am not going to say not of worth. He is of worth. We love all the drivers out here equally. The number 28 of Price, your previous leader here, is back there in 19th position. And I don't know if you just saw what I see, but the 07 of Cooper Liardi is running around without a front bumper. I don't know what happened to him, but on lap 44, he was down in the pits for 3 minutes and 30 seconds, so I think that has something to do with that. So while we were looking at that, Omar Rodriguez Jr. takes the lead here at Kansas and officially leads a lap here. You gotta lead the important one, though. You gotta lead the lap going to lap 90. So let's see if you can do it. Omar Rodriguez Jr. in that Chevrolet, that number 92 Chevrolet, will head down to pit lane coming to lap 90 and upset me. That's okay, because Hunter Ezel will not upset me, and he will lead us into lap 90 of 120. We don't have that many more laps to go here tonight, folks. The Hooters Mobile is Hooters even still a thing?
Yes, it is, Goose.
It
I love
is?
their Buffalo Shrimp.
I didn't know if
sir.
it. I didn't know if it was, because I remember as a kid, I would go to St. Louis all the time, and we would drive past a Hooters near Springfield, Illinois, kind of near there, if anyone knows where that is. And there was a Hooters off to the side of the highway, and it closed down. So I never knew if Hooters was still a thing or not. So either way, the number 19 Hooters Mobile of Ezel will lead your race for now. Lincoln's in that number 9 machine, a previous leader here, Al Lincoln's, currently trying to get up to Ezel. Yeah, you see, I don't know. I don't know. I've never even been to a Hooters. Like, I never, like, went to them. Never was into that kind of thing. So, you know,
let's just say the staff has a lot of character.
Well, yeah, I know about that. Ezel is technically up 31 positions since the start of this race. If you remember, if you guys take a second and you go all the way back to the start of the race and you look down the grid, you will remember Ezel was all the way in the back, the very, very back. We said Ezel's last name, kind of almost in disgust. And I'm so sorry to disrespect you, King, because you have been leading multiple laps here tonight at Kansas. So yeah. Yimmy T says he likes the paint on the 96. We'll try and pull up the 96. Yes, the 96 of Billing is your current leader here now tonight as Ezel goes down to pit. The Monster Energy, the white Monster Energy can. That's my personal favorite Monster Energy drink, so of course I love the can. And I talked about this paint scheme in our debut stream here. I talked about loving this one. I love this one a lot. So see the rest of the field come down. Billing is up 18 positions since the start of this race. He's got to worry about the number 8 of Johnson. Johnson all the way back here though, right behind Merriman. Merriman's got to get to Omar Rodriguez Jr. Jr.'s got to get to Jr. That's McCullough Jr. Jeremy Osborne in the 41 machine there. And then back to Blaze Billing in the number 96 machine. Got a new wheel out there for any of you sim racers who also iRace. I'm not sure why you wouldn't iRace if you were watching an iRacing broadcast. Unless you're here to support your friends, family, or whatever. In that case, sorry, I'm so sorry. In that case, thank you for being here. But for all you sim racers, got a new wheel. Something that's pretty new to the market. So live review real quick as we watch the number 96 of Blaze Billing lead us around. Coming to lap 99 here on lap 98 currently. I got the Moza KS Pro wheel. This thing's pretty sick. I like it. If you have the regular KS wheel, it definitely does not feel like it. If I had to rate it out of 10 stars, I rate it, I don't know, 8. 8 or 9 so far. That'll change over time, though. There is a little Caesars mobile out there on track, and it is the number 8. There he is, and yes, Little Caesars is still a place. I love Little Caesars. I happen to love Little Caesars. It's one of my favorite places. Billing down the pit. See Billings down in the pit there. Merriman back here in 21st position, and he is down 14 positions since the start of this race. Vinderin coming out. The 07 is still out there with that broken bumper. Zelimpke and Corino trying to work together, get a little bit into the wall. Stevens in the number 28, I believe that is. Yes. Yeah, the 28 of Price there, fighting with the number 74 of Stevens. There's the number 54 of Dawson Price. One of your top runners of the night running around up here still in 3rd place. He's been there for most of the race in 3rd place. The software, the Moza Pithouse software, absolutely like sucks for memory usage. It takes up like 700 megabytes of usage or something. I don't know. Apparently people call it bloatware, has a lot of updates, yada yada yada. I don't know. I don't have too many problems with it. So honestly, Moza software is pretty okay in my book. The number 9 of Lincoln's, Al Lincoln's, is going to lead this race around yet again. Has been leading the race around here for a little bit here in that Chase Elliott paint scheme. What a night it's been. It's been a long, long stint since these guys have cleaned it up here. We've been going green for a while. You see, sim racing stuff, it's already confusing enough, so I totally agree with you. The more simple it is, the better it is, because there's so many different things to this that it's just, I need it to be all simple so I can remember everything. Ricky, how are our temperatures looking as we are at lap 105 out of lap 120? Coming to a close here.
We're sitting at 92 degrees, slightly hot.
92 degrees, just slightly hotter than before when Ricky announced that. We're coming to a close here at the end. Or we're coming to a close here tonight, almost to the end of the Kansas race here in the Weekend Warrior Sim Series. And this is our 2nd race here in the series. We got 4 races on the schedule. 2 of 4 are about to be complete here tonight, leaving us with 2 more races here in this league. And then we will get to say adios to them. If you remember, Sunday we said adios to the All-American Racing Network Cup Series. We'll be back broadcasting them here coming shortly. I didn't realize I've done 0 laps now. An IT guy. I do agree. Issues with the simulator and issues with the computer are the reason why I know how to work on the computer now and do stuff with the computer. But coming up here, looking at our schedule, join us tomorrow night. We are going to go over to the All-American Racing Network, and we're going to join them in their truck series. We're going to also go at a double header tomorrow. Also join us tomorrow night later on for Dare. Join us Thursday night, of course, for Black Diamond Racing League, and we won't see you again until it looks like next week. A week from now, back here in the Weekend Warrior Sim Series ARCA race. Tomorrow is our final race also with All-American Racing Network. Tomorrow is our final race with them. In general, it looks like that's our final truck race, so make sure you join us for our final send-off to them tomorrow. You check it out on the YouTube. Thankfully, Fearless Broadcasting here. We schedule a lot of our broadcasts ahead of time, so that way you guys know when everything is going down, and that way you can share it around to all your friends and family. That way you guys can be prepared way ahead of time. We have less than 10 laps to go here tonight at Kansas Speedway. The number 9 of Al Lincoln's has dominated the end of the night here tonight. You see the number 31 of Hames here running around. He's in 13th position. The only other car that he needs to worry about is the 54 of Dawson Price. Dawson Price all the way back here. I think without a doubt, honestly, I think Lincoln's... I don't want to jinx him. I really don't want to jinx him, so I'm so sorry if it does. But I think he's got it in the bag here tonight. We're on lap 112 of 120. So...
Gimme T. If you are an IT guy, we do have a team member in Fearless that is having issues with his PC. If you would like to go help him out, his name is Dakota. Join the Discord and contact him. Thank you.
Haha. Yeah, his computer's down. No, sad. 28 of Price still has the fastest lap out here tonight. Currently back there in the 16th position. We've had a lot of heavy aggressive runners out here tonight at Kansas. But, of course, Kansas being Kansas, it all came down to pit strategy here in the end, it looks like. Lincoln's coming out on top and being the smartest one with the best strategy out there. Take a look at him. He's in first with one hell of a lead.
And if y'all are still watching the broadcast, please subscribe and leave a like. Thank you. Much appreciated.
We've noticed a huge jump in subscribers recently. We blew past 600 subscribers, so of course we appreciate each and every single one of you for that. If we keep on that track record, it's looking like we could hit 1,000, our goal, hopefully, before the end of the year. We'd love to hit 2,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can make that happen. Make sure you guys are sharing it around, liking the stream, commenting, and of course interacting in the chat. We love interacting with you guys. It definitely makes the time go by during some of these runs here where everyone is just spread out through the field and not much is going on here. Less than 5 laps to go here at Kansas tonight. Here in the Weekend Warrior Sim Series. Big shout out to their sponsors, Ricky.
Give a shout out to 760 Graphics. Huge shout out to Fast Fred's Rap Shop. Shout out to Skid Row Motorsports. Shout out to Tunnels Towers Foundation. And lastly, shout out to Pro Smell Recovery and Excavation Services.
Of course, big shout out to the viewers out there. Couldn't do this without you. Big shout out to Juicy Spider Designs and shout out to Goose's Rattlecan shop. If you need any iRacing paints, hit me up on Discord. I'll help you out. Lincoln's with a final dominating performance here tonight as we draw closer and closer to checkered flag time and champagne and beer in Victory Lane. Remember, kids, turn 21 first. Drink responsibly. Only be able to purchase a alcoholic beverage if you're 21, of course, but only consume alcoholic beverages as long as you were over the age of 21.
When did they stop drinking milk for celebration?
I don't know. Well, that's Indy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Indianapolis, they still do that. Top 10 for Fry. They're saying Fry, yes, is in the 10th position currently. That number 99 car has made his way. That's Kean Fry in the 10th position. Here comes Lincoln's through the front stretch. White flag is gonna be in the air this time. An outstanding performance here tonight from Al Lincoln's. He's conquered the pack. He conquered the cautions. He conquered the strategy here tonight. He conquered the heat here tonight at Kansas. He conquered the rubber. He conquered the competition. And he drove that car all the way to victory. Al Lincolns is your first place winner here tonight at Kansas Speedway in the Weekend Warrior Sim Series. The 01 of Petrowski will come in the second position, and the number 92 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. will take home third place here tonight. So congratulations to those guys. I was unsure that there was a battle for 10th. I'm so sorry that I missed that. So Al Lincolns is going to burn it down here, hopefully, tonight. Here at Kansas. Kansas. I promise I'm not from Minnesota. Yep, there he goes. Burn it down, Al. Outstanding performance from Lincoln's here tonight. The 8 will almost slam into him. And the 8 is going to give a celebration with him. They're going to hit each other. Whoopsie. Got to pass that post-race inspection somehow. Somebody make sure his car is checked after the race. Check it thoroughly. Either way, give us just a second. Don't go anywhere. We are going to pull in the top 3 to interview. So give us just a minute and we will be with you shortly. Alrighty. After hunting them down, we got your leader here. We got Al, your leader here tonight, and your first place finisher at Kansas Speedway. Congratulations, Al. Tell us, how hard was it here tonight with the track conditions heating up pretty much just for the entire night?
Yeah, but I tell you, it was tough. You know, start practice, I was way off pace. Then I got some advice from teammates and still way off pace in qualifying. But once the race started, it drove okay. I just ran the bottom, tried to throttle control, but at the end it was all throttle control on me. But it was still tough.
With all the cautions in the beginning, do you think that threw you off, considering how the ending went? Pretty much all green flag from there.
Yeah, it threw my strategy off. It threw it off what I liked it being, but you know, at the end, I think 28, and he made a mistake on pit road. That's what he said happened. I wondered what happened to him, but you know, kind of worked in my favor the way you're going green flag, especially with the mistake made. But if he hadn't made that mistake, man, it is going to be a good race.
Between the two, answers or the two things that I'm about to say, which one do you think helped you the most win this race? The mistake that the 28 made on pit road, or do you think that the strategy that you were able to come up with as the race played out, do you think that was able to help you more to win this race tonight?
It's a tough question because he passed me. I thought he had fresher tires, and I ended up passing him back, especially on the long run. Then I had some problems with my car, and the internet crashed, and I had let him pass me back up, and I caught him back. I was thinking, well, this is going to be a good race. Then obviously the pit road, then it stayed green. Then it's really everything worked in my favor, honestly. So really both of them.
After a really, really aggressive, hard push for the finish here tonight, I give the biggest congratulations to you. Is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to before we send you off here tonight?
I thank God and my family, and then obviously my teammates, Darrell Johnson and James Hudson. You know, they helped me a lot here tonight with the advice they gave. The job y'all do in the booth, and the league for having me. It's a really good league. I enjoy it when I do get a race. So.
Of course. Congratulations, Al. Hopefully we can see you next week, and hopefully we see you do just as good as you did here tonight.
All right, thank you.
That was Al Lincoln's your first place finisher here tonight, so congratulations to him. Next, we're going to hear from the 01 of Jacob Petrowski. Congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. Tell me, how was the heat of the track affecting your race here tonight?
It was definitely a lot grippier from when we practiced at, I think it was set to noon, so kind of off rip, the track had a lot more grip, and I was able to kind of lean on that right rear a little more off the start when I led a bunch of those laps without getting it to overheat.
With the track, or with the race going green flag pretty much all the way there at the end, did that throw off your strategy from the start of the race?
No, the whole race we'd been banking on having a good green flag run, because with most of our intermediate races, it seems that around halfway, maybe a little sooner, we'll clean it up to the points where we can have an extended green flag run. So my whole strategy from the beginning was going for a long green flag run.
What was tire wear looking like out there overall?
If you could manage it, it wasn't terrible, but it would eat up your right sides if you were trying to push a little bit too hard. You kind of had to let the car settle in and turn on its own rather than using your wheel and slide in that right rear.
If you had any advice for any of the drivers who unfortunately got caught up on some of those incidents early on here tonight, what would that advice be to you, to them from your performance here tonight at this race?
I mean, I was kind of caught up in one there too. Someone spun on top and kind of went bottom, and I had to get into them. But honestly, from my perspective on that race, there wasn't much really anyone could do. Just gotta hope the dudes around you were saving their tires enough to where they weren't gonna self-spin. Just kind of being aware of how much people are pushing their tires is definitely to your advantage on a track like this where it gets so slick.
Alrighty, before we send you off tonight, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to before we send you?
Let's shout out Matthew Wright, my spotter, tonight. He always does a great job. Shout out Bobby Earnhardt and the Rise Racing crew. We race at Kansas as well this week, and hopefully we'll have a good day.
Well, congratulations to you, Jacob, on a second place finish here tonight. Hopefully we see you out here again next week. Hopefully you do just as well, and hopefully you do just as good as you did here tonight, and do that at Kansas in real life. So gonna be hoping for you guys. I watch you guys on Flow, so rooting for you.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Yep.
Sir.
That was Jacob Petrowski in the number 01 car, your second place finisher here tonight. Don't forget about your third place finisher, Omar Rodriguez Jr., your third place finisher here tonight. Congratulations to you on that position. Hey, tonight we had a lot of temperature change, and we've heard from a lot of the drivers here that it played a big part in some of their struggle here tonight. How did it play out for you?
First of all, I want to say thank you guys. Appreciate y'all coming in clutch for me once again.
Of course.
Man, that temperature change was something. It completely changed the line we were, like the dominant line. It changed just the tire wear on the car. It was a huge factor, especially because we just weren't sure what to predict with every pit stop and changing of tires.
So, being someone of higher standing here in this league, I gotta ask, do you have any words for people who might be interested in the league but a little bit on the fence about joining? What would you say to convince those people to come join you guys and join you and race with you guys in your league?
I think our very last green flag stretch there after the cautions, after the early ones, I think that speaks for itself. We can put on some damn good racing when the field is just tuned in and racing each other clean and hard. We put on some pretty good racing week in, week out. We are pretty fair, I'd say, with allotting penalties and with our rulebook in general. I think we are a cut above most leagues when it comes to the way we carry ourselves and the standards that we have of our drivers.
So I gotta ask, after a third place finish here tonight, after a really dominant show out last week, what's the confidence level looking like going into next week?
It's pretty good. Being able to recover to a third place finish, being able to lead that lap for the extra bonus point feels pretty good, especially after last week when I had a pretty good run going and then just got caught up in the late race carnage. I like my chances going into Nashville and taking it home to Homestead. I'm not too far back in the points. It's roughly 16 points right now, so there's definitely a gap there, but I feel a lot better about managing it going into the last two races.
I do have to ask, what was the inspiration for your paint job tonight?
My girlfriend's kid loves Bluey, and I think it's really funny when the Bluey car passes a bunch of real paint schemes.
Alrighty. Well, before we let you go here tonight, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Hell yeah, man. I gotta shout out my girlfriend for supporting me all these weeks. All the heartaches and the triumphs we've had running this league. I want to shout out all my drivers for showing up. I gotta shout out my bestie Pookie Price, Connor, who led a good amount of laps there and just biffed it coming down the pit road. He had such a dominant car tonight. He should have been here, not me. I gotta shout out his parents for watching and actually rooting for us in the chat. Oh man, I want to thank my drivers for showing up. I want to thank my admin team for helping ground me when I'm feeling a little tense about something. I'd like to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. I think that's about everything I got for tonight. Want to thank our sponsor, of course, Fast Fred's Wrap Shop. Fred Truex is a hell of a guy. Does amazing work. He broadcasts, he does paint jobs, he does our track photography. Dude is a man of many talents, and I'm glad that he partnered with us for so many races this season. Aside from that, I do believe I've thanked all the important people.
Alrighty. Well, hey, congratulations on a third place finish here tonight. Hopefully we see you out there next weekend, and hopefully we see you do as good of a performance then as you did tonight.
Yep, that's the plan. I'll try to be back here next week.
Alrighty. That was Omar Rodriguez, your third place finisher here tonight at Kansas Speedway. And what what a heck of a race. A good green flag finish there towards the end. An unfortunate event down pit road for the number 28 of Pookie Price, apparently. Very unfortunate event when he went too fast down there. We did catch that on broadcast, so make sure you guys go back and watch that. Otherwise, for here tonight, I do not have too much for you guys left. Ricky, do you got anything for them?
I just appreciate everyone stopping by, sticking around, and enjoying the show.
Make sure to check out tomorrow night, as we are going to be coming back for All-American Racing Network for the final time. It is our final show-off for the Truck Series for them, and it is also doubleheader night. So also that night, we are going to be doing Dare later on. Make sure to check us out for that. It's always good to go to a super speedway and have some fun there. It's also, I think, a hosted series, so I do think some of you guys are able to join into it. So if you guys are interested in being on the broadcast tomorrow night, of course, behave yourself, but you guys can join us in that tomorrow. Black Diamond Racing League is going to be Thursday night. Make sure to check us out for that, and we will not see you again until Tuesday night of next week, when we are back here at Nashville for the Weeknight Warrior Sim Series here in iRacing. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Juicy Spider Studios, Goose's Rattlecan Shop, Puffy's Swag Shop. Also want to give a shout out to the league sponsors here tonight. Ricky, if you'd like to give them the shout out to send us off for the night.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to 670 Graphics. Huge shout out to Fast French Wrap Shop. Another shout out to Skid Row Motorsports. Shout out to Tunnels to Towers Foundation. And lastly, a huge shout out to Pro Spill Recovery and Excavation Services.
Of course, huge shout out to the viewers who came out tonight. Huge shout out to you guys, and a huge shout out to you guys who, of course, watched this back. Again, we will see you all again tomorrow night, and we will see you all later. Have a good night, folks. Goodbye.